Taste Nature Show. Taste Nature Show. Taste Nature Show. Let's go! Yeah! Taste Nature Show. Taste Nature Show. Wow! Taste Nature Show. Looking out for them turtles. Searching around for them snakes. Looking for them relevant elephants. Cheetah speed, woodpecking round them wiregrass plains. Wow! I'm a dolphin balling, calling like a tree frog when the rain is falling. Salamander in the flow when the water's solvent. Whale shark in the ocean, get more resolve me. Let's go! Taste Nature Show. Taste Nature Show. Taste Nature Show. Yeah. Taste Nature Show. Taste Nature Show. Taste Nature Show.
Hey, what's up everybody? Look, we got this nice eastern rat snake right here. A nice rat snake, super good climbers, man. We found it just crossing this road right over here. We're out here in a South Carolina cypress swamp, and these guys really love it out here. There's plenty of food for them, eating small rodents, lizards, and other things like that. But yeah, this rat snake is very similar to those that some of you would find like in the Piedmont where they'll be black. This guy is what we consider to be a greenish rat snake. So it's got this really cool striping and a little bit of yellow coloration. And then as you would go down to Florida, this species would kind of change to be a more bright yellow color. But it's cool how they kind of have different color morphs throughout their time here. But they're super cool climbers. We're just gonna move them off the road and kind of check out his climbing ability here. Get him to a good place. He was out there trying to bask today, so we'll just let him go. And you see how easy that is for him. Just hanging out. Woo! My view is pretty cool right now. He's staring me right down in the eyes. This is just what they like to do, just hang out, looking for food, moving along. All right. I think I'm just gonna go on my way now, please. And this is like not an aggressive snake whatsoever. It didn't even try to strike or anything like that. What's up everybody? Welcome to Tate's Nature Show. Today we're out here at one of the popular trailheads in Francis Marion National Forest in South Carolina. This is a 259,000 acre national forest right here on the South Carolina coast. There's got everything from longleaf pine stands to cypress swamps. There's plenty of wildlife in here, so we're gonna explore this area today and see what we can find. Maybe we'll even learn a little bit, so let's go! What's up, guys? It's a little dry out here, so I had to water the trail real fast.
So you said we're sitting on almost 300,000 acres, yeah?
Yeah.
What's the variation of animal life we'd see out here?
Well, I mean, you got everything out here. I mean, from like endangered birds of prey, like the swallow-tailed kite that'll nest like way up in the highest pine trees, to, you know, your woodpeckers come through here. They really like this kind of open canopy. You see how the bottom is just kind of cleared out. Then you got, of course, like what lives in the water, right? You got your just an incredible amount of microorganisms that live in this stagnant standing water here that there's too many to list, right? But that's all a part of what makes life live here, right? You've got a bunch of frogs that'll breed in ponds like here. There's Plenty of species of tree frogs out here, plenty of species of snakes.
You think that there are some endangered species that inhabit this?
Yeah, there's a bunch out here. It's specifically in Francis Marion. One that I like to talk about is the red cockaded woodpecker. So not necessarily in this habitat that we're exploring right now, but we're more in the lowlands of Francis Marion, and then they live in the uplands, those longleaf pine forests that they're actually a keystone species because they're the only woodpecker that nests in live trees. So it's really important that this land is like conserved, because a lot of longleaf pines were logged back in the day. And they took them all the way to take that habitat away. It's like an essential habitat, which is why places like Francis Marion are super important, because it just allows all of those species that only live in that specific ecosystem to thrive. But out here in this swampland, I mean, you can hopefully find some gators today, definitely different types of water snakes, hopefully a cottonmouth, your venomous species there. And then you got cool plants like the switch cane. You got your sable palm. This is like a smaller sable palm than the one that gets really large. But as you're walking through, I mean, this looks more and more like a little jungle here, right in South Carolina. So cool place.
Maybe people who don't have the knowledge base or education, what can the normal person do to help conservation of places like this?
Yeah, really, it's just to raise awareness and like actually come out here, you know, and enjoy the environment, because this is a national forest is like for all of us. So obviously some things you can do that's some easy stewardship is to just like, you know, things like pack it in, pack it out, like leave no trace when you're out here. Kind of try your best to stay on the trail. Obviously don't leave trash, and just don't do anything that you shouldn't do out here, right? Like don't have fires in places where you shouldn't have fires, and just basically respect the land in the best way that you can, even though it is ours to explore.
Well, a lot of people don't know as well that it's easy to assume that everything around you is living and breathing. This entire ecosystem is living and breathing, right?
Yeah, I mean, all these plants, everything that you can see out here has life. Look, here's an example. Someone left their Pyrex out here.
A measuring cup.
A measuring cup. Left for who to measure what? Is a bald eagle going to use this to measure how badass he is? No. Is a salamander going to use this to measure how many eggs it lays? No. Am I going to use this to measure how much milk to put into my cereal later? Yes. So speaking of this bald cypress, right behind me are some of its roots. You see this cluster of cypress knees and a couple other cypress knees distributed around here. These knees could be from a tree like 40, 50 feet in that direction or any direction. They extend these roots as buttresses to help them deal with really heavy wind and hurricane events, since these are a coastal species. A lot of people used to believe that these knees were a method of them being able to gather more CO2 and things from the air that they need in order to photosynthesize, but that's really not been proven. It's more of a structural support system. But it truly makes the landscape of this Blackwater swamp as you pan through here, because they got these little knees just sticking up, looking like little kneecaps. Damn. Look at this. It's a freshwater spring that's feeding this swamp. Back in the day, a lot of this area that we've been exploring today was dug out for rice culture to make a rice plantation. So if you look across this pathway, there is a pipe that's put into the ground to access this spring water that is used to flood this swamp here. So pretty cool. It's not something that you normally see here in the low country, but you can really, it smells really rich of organic matter. And it's pretty cold too. Even on a pretty warm day like today, it's like 85 degrees. It'd be pretty refreshing to jump in that swamp right now. All right, everybody, it's Tate Stafford here. Hope you enjoyed the video. Sitting on a really cool, like old live oak tree right now. We saw some cool wildlife and explored an incredible ecosystem. So thanks for watching. It's time for me to go.
Taste Nature Show. Taste Nature Show. Taste Nature Show. Let's go.